Now, this is where John Fetterman absolutely breaks Sonny Hostin's worldview, as he says the charges against Trump were in fact politically motivated, and she can't stand it. Watch.
I'm on record criticizing going after Hunter Biden, and I also agreed that the trial in this city, in New York, was politically motivated. That wouldn't otherwise have been prosecuted if it was someone else. If you're going to abuse the process, somebody that's been very committed as part of that has made that part of my career. I think it's sad because it's been politicized, and I think if anything that might have set some things back because people assume now, depending on what team's in office, those are the people that get some redemption.
I just for clarification, did you mean that the 34-count case in which Donald Trump was found guilty of various financial crimes was politically motivated here in New York?
I found that when the judicial system gets weaponized and targeted political enemies for political gain, I think that's inappropriate, and I think that degrades our collective trust in this a very important institution, whether that's on a Democratic going after a Republican or a Republican going after a Democratic one. And I like to think I call it strikes and balls, because the judicial system has to remain impartial. I mean, that's really the cornerstone of our society.
Would that...
I mean, her face was in absolute disbelief. If you enjoyed that, make sure you smash the like button. The problem with The View and the left in general is they don't operate in reality. They think open borders are a good thing. They think a weak foreign policy is a good thing. They think men can become women. So when defying common sense is the main tenet of your ideology, it's no surprise that you can't look at the Trump cases and see that they're politically motivated. They call us a cult, but they're the ones who make it so you have to believe in a completely made-up world in order to join their movement. The people on the left always get so irritated when one of their own refuses to spew their propaganda. Yes, Joe Biden pardoning his son was bad. And if you can't admit that, you're not nuanced. You're just Trump deranged. Now, Whoopi asks him if there's anything they should be outraged or panicked about. And she gets so giddy when she asks because these people just live to be angry at Donald Trump. And John Fetterman says, I'm sorry, I'm not playing this freak out at all cost game. Watch.
Do you anticipate that there's going to be changes that we should be prepped for that we're not thinking about?
I mean, honestly, I haven't been surprised by anything now. I mean, he's been doing essentially what he actually campaigned on that. He announced he is going to pardon the J6 individuals. He is going to absolutely go after the border. So there's a lot of things that he's already ran on. I mean, criticize a lot of it, and I don't agree with everything either, but it's undeniable he actually ran on that and been really upfront. He's like, I am your reputation, and he's, kind of making those moves. So that's kind of where we're at. Early on, immediately after the election, I was like, hey, we have a choice. We can freak out and follow every other thing around, like a cat, with a laser, after everyone. But I'm not that guy. I'm not going to be that Democrat.
These Democrats are so low and so defeated that they're trying to resort to calling Trump bad because he's keeping his campaign promises. They're so mad that our president is doing exactly what he said he was going to do, and they dislike his effectiveness. They were hoping he was going to be just as ineffective as their guy. It's only rich, elite, virtue-signaling leftists like the ladies on The View who are trying to paint Trump's first week as some doomsday. Most Americans are thrilled by what Donald Trump's doing, and they would know that if they ever came down from their hill on high and interacted with the common person.